WBUR Podcasts, Boston.
I'm Daryl C. Murphy, and you're listening to The Common. We are back with another feature from our friends in the WBUR newsroom, while we over at The Common work on some longer-term projects we think you'll enjoy. Today's story comes from reporter Arielle Gray, which is about a nonprofit on Cape Cod in Provincetown called Summer of Sass. This program offers LGBTQ plus young adults from around the country a chance to spend the season in a safe, welcoming environment. Summer of Sass recently moved into a house that will allow them to quadruple the number of folks they serve, 4 times. So Arielle headed to P-Town to see the space and to learn more about the organization's mission.
So welcome, obviously, our Big Blue Hall. And then this is our activities room.
Kristen Becker, the founder of Summer of Sass, is giving a tour of the new headquarters. The New England Victorian house is tucked away on a side street along the coast and has a sprawling front lawn and large porch. The inside tells a unique story.
And now it's our little queer home. So All Modern came in and zhuzhed up the color and gave us some sass.
A disco ball hangs from the ceiling in a bedroom. Walls are painted in bright colors. 2 tortoises sit happily in their tanks in the dining room. Currently, 8 people call the house home as they participate in the Summer of Sass. In addition to subsidized housing, the program provides LGBTQ plus adults who are 18 to 20 years old with health resources and connections to local employment.
Right, like we want to create happy, healthy humans. And so that's really what we focus on, which means that we work really hard to make sure that they know how to do what they need to do before they're out of this house and into the real world.
Becker started the program in 2017 with a GoFundMe that raised around $2,600 and supported 3 young adults. By the second year, she secured a grant for $25,000, which allowed her to rent 2 properties and house 6 for the summer.
And then it was just kind of rent a seasonal rental every year, do 2 to 4 kids as best you could, and see what happens. And by year 5, after the pandemic, basically, the housing market was terrible here, and even getting a seasonal rental was impossible.
Last year, Becker got in contact with an anonymous donor who wanted to cover the cost of permanent housing. Becker was thinking they'd get something small.
I mean, I really truly thought that maybe I'd get a little cottage, a little 2-bedroom cottage, and someone would give me a cute little $1 million, and that would be that.
Instead, the donors covered the cost of the large 5-bedroom Victorian, which sold for a whopping $3.7 million. It's an important step for the program, which will house up to 12 young adults for the summer. One of them is Ethan Jackson from Ohio, who is in his 2nd year of Summer of Sass.
Kept saying to myself, I want to move and I want to get a new start on life, and but then when I discovered Sass and I discovered Provincetown, I started doing more research on what Provincetown is, looking at pictures, videos, and I just knew this is where I wanted to go.
His first summer at the program, he stayed at a rental cottage. Now he and others have a home base to return to each summer until they age out. He says being a part of Summer of Sass has been an essential part of his personal growth.
Coming down here was scary because I've never been away from everything and everyone I know of. But things have been much better since I've been here. This is my life now, and I honestly can't imagine what my life would have been like if I just decided to stay home.
This year, he's working at a local restaurant and hotel with Nivea Croto, a fellow participant in the program. This is her first summer in Provincetown, and it's very different from her hometown of Venice, Florida. Having a communal space where she can meet and form connections with other LGBTQ plus people has been important to her.
Being in Florida, it was very hard to express myself and really step out of the box and who I wanted to be. And now seeing all these other people, it's giving me so much more inspiration, and I can finally mold into the person I've really wanted to be for so long.
The same donors who gifted the house have also committed to covering a quarter of the organization's annual budget going forward. It gives Summer of Sass a level of security that Becker had only dreamed of.
This program will never die at this point. Even if there was a terrible financial ruin, this was a cash purchase. We sell it and move to something a little bit smaller and be like, sorry guys, mansion days are over. But it's going to live forever.
Becker says that at the end of the day, the more adults the program can lead into being happy, healthy humans, the better prepared they are to smash the patriarchy. For 90.9 WBUR, I'm Arielle Gray.
Thanks to Arielle for that story, and that is it for our show today. We will be back with our regular programming tomorrow. I'm Daryl C. Murphy, and I'll talk to you soon.